Hello students, today myself Monica, Civil Department KGR set. So in the previous video you have seen the substitute frame method step 1 and step 2, right. So in today's class we will be seeing the step 3. So do you all remember what did I mention regarding the step 3? Did you all have seen the moment distribution method once? I hope you have already tried the moment distribution method. Okay, so up to how many cycles we are going to do this? Yes, come on. Yes, we are going to do that up to 2 cycles. Means you are going to do up to 2 steps. Okay, so that moment distribution method first. So do you all remember the tabular column which we used to use for the distribution factor? I hope you know what is the tabular column which we use. So there you will have that joint. So next step actually we will write here 3. So this is use of moment distribution method. Up to 2 cycles. Okay, in this step, so let me clearly give you the tabular column. Okay, so this tabular column, you will have 4 columns here. One for the joint. You all know, right, this tabular column we have seen for so many methods, like for the approximate method of analysis you would have already solved this table and calculated the each and every values in Portal method, cantilever method and factor method as well. So in this tabular column you will have the joints first and you will have the member and you will have stiffness and you will have relative stiffness and finally you will have distribution factor. So can I expect the formula for distribution factor? Yes friends, what is the formula for distribution factor? We have already used for so many problems for the analysis of the frame. So the distribution factor formula is, yes, it is K by summation of K. So from this second column you will get the K value. For relative stiffness this is the summation of K. You will get the summation of K values from here. So what are the joints you have in the problem? So are you going to take for the complete analysis? No, you are going to take only for this particular beam, right? So as this is the substitute frame method. Whereas for previous methods you have done that for complete frame, right? Now you will be doing for only for the substitute frame. So first you will take joint A. So what are the members of joint A? You can see AB, AE, next AI. Right, these are the joints, these are the members are related to the joint A. Next for joint B. For joint B you have BJ, BF, BC and BA. Okay. Next for joint C you will have CB, CK, CG and CD. Right. Next for joint D, yes students, joint D you can also write DC, DL and DH. Okay. So these are the different members of different joints. Okay. Now we will calculate the stiffness. So what is the formula for stiffness? And 4EI by L, right. So 4EI by L. So now just remember this formula 4EI by L. You will have the 4EI by L formula only for all the members, as because all the ends are fixed. Okay. So 4EI by L. So now you just remember one thing here. you need to just keep in mind that length is different. So length need right. So what is 4 EI by length of the member AB? It is 6 meters. So 4 EI by 6, it will be 2 by 3 EI. Okay. Similarly, for AE, so AE the length is 4 meters. So 4 EI by 4, 4 gets cancelled, it will be equal to EI. Next for AI, we will have the length of 4 meters again. So 4 EI by EI, it will be EI only. Next for BJ, for B joint you have the member BJ. So BJ length is 4 meters. So again 4 EI by 4, it will be equal to EI, right. For BJ you are done. Now BF, clearly see the frame, that is what very properly. So next for BJ we are done. Now for BF the length is again 4 meters. So BF is also EI. Next for BC the length is 6 meters. So you will get 2 by 3 EI, right. Next for BA same 6 meters. So you will get 2 by 3 EI, right. So for different length, if they will give you for different problems, just remember that the lengths will be varying. For the CB again you have 6 meters. So you will have 2 by 3 EI. Next for CK you will have 4 meters. So you will get EI. Next for CG again 4 meters. So you will get EI again. Next for CD you have 6 meters length. So 2 by 3 EI. Okay. Next for DC, the length is 6 meters. So 2 by 3 EI. Next for DL, 4 meters. So it is EI. DH is again 4 meters. So you will have EI. So just remember the stiffness values of these frames, right. For each member you have different stiffness. Now you need to do the summation of for each and every joint. Okay. So calculate, students, what is the summation of 2.66 EI. Next for this B joint you are going to have 3.33 EI. Next for again C joint. So for C joint you have again 3.33 EI. Next for D joint. For D joint again add this summation of this, not summation of this, relative stiffness is nothing but adding the 2 by 3 EI plus EI plus EI, EI plus EI 2 EI, 2 EI plus 2 by 3 EI, you will be taking, it will be 6 plus 2, 8 EI by 3. So solve for this, then you will get 2.66 EI again. Okay. So after this what you need to do? You need to calculate the distribution factor. That is what important here. Remember the distribution factor you will be taking up to, after point you will be taking 3 decimals. Okay. So then for the accurate results you need to take after point 3 decimals. So you will get these values. Next, so K by summation of K. So you already have summation of K and K value is 2 by 3 EI. 2 by 3 EI divided by 2.6 EI. Yes, calculate. So the value of that will be 0.376. Okay. Next, for A member you have AB, AE and AI. So whatever you calculate next EI by 2.6 EI. So 2.6 EI you will get it as 0.250. Yes, are you all calculating? Yes. In the same way, just note it down all the values of this each and every distribution factor. For each and every member, you will have the distribution factor. So again, what is EI by 2.66 EI? 0.376. Next you will get value for 0.200 and 0.200, and then you will have, okay, after decimal you need to take up to 3. So we are done up to A member. So for each and every member you need to do. Next for C member also, you will get the values of distribution factor as, so calculate and get the results for distribution factors of different joints. Okay, where you will be using this for different joints for the next tabular column, where you are going to analyze for different cycles. So next you will have 0.250, 0.376. So these are the values which I got for the calculation of distribution factors. So calculate properly, you will also get the results for the values of different distribution factors. Okay, in the next class we will do the final step where you will be having the tabular column, which you have already done for the Kani's method. In the same way you will be doing like that. Okay, thank you students.